All right, so get ready, because today we are diving deep into the world of PewDiePie.
Oh, yeah, this should be an interesting one.
You've definitely heard his name, right?
Of course.
Maybe even seen a video or two, but
Probably more than a couple.
yeah, more than a couple probably, but we're going way deeper than that today.
Sounds good.
We're going to unpack why he is such a massive figure in internet history.
I mean, that's kind of an understatement, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's huge.
Yeah, and what his journey tells us about online fame and the power of connecting with an audience.
Right, and it's just a fascinating journey, isn't it? Full of twists and turns.
Yeah.
And what's really striking to me is how he has managed to stay relevant for over a decade.
It's crazy.
In a space where trends change so quickly, like lightning speed.
Oh, absolutely. And think about it, most YouTube careers,
Yeah, they fizzle out.
burn out so fast.
Yeah.
But PewDiePie's still going strong.
Still going.
Over 111 million subscribers.
I mean,
That's not an accident. That takes serious strategy.
exactly. And I think a key to understanding his longevity is looking at how his content has evolved.
Okay, so he didn't get stuck in just one thing.
No. He adapted, he experimented, he grew with his audience. Very smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he started out in 2010 with Let's Play videos, mostly focused on horror games.
Like the classics.
I remember watching those early videos.
Oh, yeah, me too.
His reactions were so over the top.
Uh-huh.
It was like a caricature of a terrified gamer.
Yes.
But it was also so genuine.
Yes, exactly.
And I think that's what drew people in.
Yeah, he was himself.
He wasn't afraid to be himself.
Yeah, even if it meant screaming like a banshee playing Amnesia, The Dark Descent.
Oh, man.
Right. Think about the YouTube landscape back then.
I mean, this is the Wild West of YouTube.
It was the Wild West. It was raw. A lot of creators were trying to figure things out.
Yeah, they didn't even know what they were doing.
No, but PewDiePie really tapped into something primal,
Like what?
The shared experience of gaming, the thrill of fear, and the humor of watching someone else freak out.
Makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
So he wasn't just playing the game. He was reacting to it in a way that made you feel like you were right there with him.
That's a good point.
And I think that's a big part of why his early content took off so quickly.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It also helped that he wasn't afraid to move beyond just gaming.
Absolutely. Around 2013, he started branching out into vlogs, commentary videos, even meme reviews.
Interesting.
Yeah, this was pivotal because it allowed him to connect with his audience on a different level.
Okay, beyond just the game.
Beyond the games, yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
So it's interesting to note how this shift kind of coincided with the rise of meme culture.
Uh-huh.
PewDiePie's meme review segment became huge
Oh, yeah.
because it tapped into this emerging phenomenon.
Right.
He wasn't just reviewing these memes.
Yeah.
He was dissecting them.
Right, adding his commentary.
Adding his commentary and creating a shared experience around this form of internet humor.
Exactly. He was incredibly savvy at understanding what resonated with his audience.
Uh-huh.
He knew they weren't just coming for the games. They were coming for him.
For PewDiePie.
For his personality, his humor, and his take on internet culture.
And he cultivated this connection through segments like LWIAY.
Oh, last week I asked you.
Yeah, where he would respond to fan questions.
Right.
React to their artwork.
Yeah.
Engage directly with his community. The Bro Army.
The Bro Army.
And it really solidified this feeling of a shared space.
Totally.
Like a place where fans could connect with each other and with PewDiePie himself.
It's almost like a case study.
Really?
In online community building.
Wow.
Yeah, he created this sense of belonging, of shared inside jokes, and a language that only the Bro Army understood. And that's so powerful in terms of fostering loyalty and engagement.
And I think that loyalty is part of what allowed him to kind of weather the storms of controversy
Oh, yeah.
that inevitably came his way.
Because as his fame grew, so did the scrutiny.
Right.
And his humor, which often pushed boundaries, started to land him in some hot water.
Totally. Yeah, there were definitely moments where he crossed the line using language and making jokes that were deemed offensive.
Right, and these controversies sparked a lot of debate.
Oh, I bet.
About the limits of humor online, the role of context, and the responsibility that comes with having a massive platform.
Absolutely a force to reckoning.
It did.
Not just for PewDiePie, but for the entire YouTube community.
Right. Suddenly the stakes were higher.
Yeah.
And creators had to become much more aware
Right.
of the potential impact of their words.
Okay, so how did he handle these controversies?
Well, I think he's taken different approaches over the years.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes he issued apologies, sometimes he defended his actions, and sometimes he just chose to move on.
So there wasn't like one set way he reacted.
No.
Interesting.
But one thing that's consistent, I think, is his willingness to address these issues directly.
Okay.
Rather than like sweeping them under the rug.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and that transparency, I think, is crucial.
I think so too.
Especially in a space where it's so easy to get away with ignoring criticism or deflecting blame.
Oh yeah, totally. And it speaks to a certain level of accountability, I think.
Right.
Like he's acknowledging that his actions have consequences. And that he's learning from these experiences.
And it's also a reminder
of what?
That even someone with PewDiePie's level of success is still human, capable of making mistakes and evolving over time.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's a good reminder.
And it's important to note that these controversies haven't derailed his career.
No, they haven't. He's still creating, still engaging with his audience, still finding ways to reinvent himself.
Absolutely. It's like he's constantly walking this tightrope between pushing boundaries and maintaining a sense of responsibility.
And that's a tightrope that many creators are navigating these days.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
The landscape is constantly shifting. And what might have been acceptable humor a few years ago is now seen as problematic.
It really highlights the need for like an ongoing dialogue.
Yes.
And a willingness to adapt to like evolving social norms.
Absolutely.
Now, amidst all the talk of controversies, let's shift gears for a moment.
Okay.
And focus on a really positive aspect of PewDiePie's story.
I like this.
His philanthropy.
Yeah, this is something I find truly inspiring.
Me too.
Yeah.
He's used his platform to raise millions of dollars on various charities.
Right.
Demonstrating the power of online influence to drive positive change.
It goes beyond just awareness raising, though.
Yeah.
He's actively mobilized his bro army to support causes he believes in.
Wow.
From fighting hunger and poverty to environmental conservation.
So it's not just like giving money, it's like getting people involved.
He's getting people involved. Exactly.
His fundraising for the Save the Children Foundation was particularly impressive.
I agree.
Exceeding $1.3 million.
Wow.
And his involvement in the Team Trees campaign contributed to planting millions of trees worldwide.
It's amazing.
That's a tangible, real-world impact.
Real-world impact, exactly.
These actions speak volumes about his character and his desire to make a difference.
Yeah.
He's using his fame not just for personal gain,
right,
but also to amplify important causes.
Yeah.
And inspire others to give back.
It really flips the script on the stereotype of the self-absorbed internet celebrity.
That's true.
He's showing you can have fun, be successful, and still make a positive contribution to the world.
A good message.
It's a powerful message, especially for his younger fans.
Oh, yeah.
He's setting an example of how to use online influence responsibly.
Yeah.
And for the greater good.
Now let's delve into his personal life a bit.
Okay.
Specifically his relationship with Marcia Bisogna.
They met online?
They did.
Yeah.
Their love story unfolded in the public eye.
Yeah, it did.
And they eventually got married in 2019.
A real-life fairy tale.
Yeah, in the digital age.
I love that.
Their relationship has resonated with fans, I think, because it feels authentic.
Right, relatable.
Relatable.
Yeah.
They haven't shied away from sharing snippets of their lives together.
No.
From their travels to their everyday routines.
Yeah, I mean, it's refreshing to see a couple who support each other's creative pursuits.
Yeah, Marcia has her own successful online business.
Yes.
And she's a talented designer in her own right.
Right, and it's a reminder that even in the spotlight, you can maintain a sense of normalcy and prioritize personal happiness.
Yeah, their move to Japan in 2022 was a big step.
It was.
Signifying a shift in their priorities and a desire for a change of pace.
Exactly, and it reflects, I think, a growing trend among online creators.
How's that?
This need to find balance and prioritize mental well-being amidst the pressures of constant content creation, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and their Japan vlogs gave us a glimpse into their new life.
I love those.
Showcasing a more relaxed and personal side of PewDiePie.
It's so nice to see.
It humanized him, you know? Reminded us that even someone with millions of followers is still seeking the same things we all. Happiness, connection, a sense of purpose.
I love that.
Right.
Yeah. And speaking of purpose, it's interesting to consider how PewDiePie's content has evolved in recent years. He's no longer chasing that title of most subscribed YouTuber.
No, that belongs to T-Series now.
Right. And he seems to be focusing more on creating content that genuinely brings him joy.
This shift is significant.
Why?
It indicates a maturity, a willingness to let go of the pressure to constantly be at the top.
Okay.
You know, he's prioritizing creative fulfillment over metrics.
Yeah.
Which is a powerful message.
In a world obsessed with
numbers, rankings, all of it.
Yeah, totally. And it's almost like he's come full circle back to the roots of why he started creating content in the first place.
Right.
The pure joy of making something and sharing it with the world.
That's a valuable lesson for anyone, regardless of their profession or aspirations.
Absolutely.
Finding that joy in your work, that sense of purpose, essential for long-term happiness and fulfillment.
Okay, so as we head into the final stretch of our deep dive, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on PewDiePie's legacy.
How?
What will he ultimately be remembered for?
That's a complex question.
It is.
Because his story encompasses so many facets.
Like what?
The comedy, the controversies, the philanthropy, the personal growth.
Yeah.
You know, all of it.
If we had to distill it down to a few key takeaways, what would they be?
Well, I think one of the biggest takeaways is his ability to adapt and evolve, you know?
Yeah, like staying ahead of the curve.
Exactly. He didn't get stuck in one genre or format.
He wasn't afraid to experiment.
Right. He constantly reinvented himself.
From Let's Plays, to vlogs, to meme reviews.
Yeah, even his style changed over time.
How so?
Well, his early stuff was very, energetic and over the top.
Yeah, lots of screaming.
Lots of screaming, exactly. But as he matured, so did his content.
Interesting.
Yeah, it became more nuanced, more thoughtful.
But still funny.
Of course, still funny. But with a deeper layer of wit and self-awareness.
Okay. And this evolution wasn't just about keeping up with trends.
No, it was about staying true to himself.
Okay, so as he grew as a person, his content reflected that growth.
Exactly. He wasn't afraid to show his vulnerabilities, to share his opinions.
To be more personal.
Yeah, and that authenticity resonated with his audience.
They felt like they were growing alongside him.
Exactly. It was like a shared journey.
And I think that's what sets him apart from a lot of other creators.
Right. It's not just about the entertainment value.
It's about the connection.
The connection, the shared experience, the feeling of being part of something bigger.
The bro army.
The bro army, exactly.
And that brings us to another key takeaway.
Oh.
The power of community.
Ah, yes.
PewDiePie built one of the most loyal and engaged online communities in the world.
It's amazing how he did that.
Yeah, how did he do it?
Well, I think it was a combination of factors.
Like what?
His authenticity, his humor, his willingness to connect with his fans on a personal level.
Okay, so it wasn't just about the videos.
No, it was about the interactions, the shared inside jokes, the feeling of belonging.
He created a space where people felt seen and heard.
Exactly, and that's so powerful, especially in the often isolating world of the internet.
Yeah, it's like a virtual family.
A virtual family, exactly, and the sense of community is what allowed him to weather the storms.
The controversies.
The controversies, exactly, because let's be honest.
Yeah, he had his fair share of them.
His humor sometimes pushed boundaries.
It crossed the line.
It did, and those controversies sparked a lot of debate.
About what?
About the limits of humor online, the role of context, the responsibility that comes with having a massive platform.
Yeah, it was a learning experience, not just for him, but for the entire YouTube community.
Absolutely. It forced everyone to re-examine their own content and their own impact.
So how did he handle these controversies?
Well, it varied. Sometimes he apologized, sometimes he defended his actions, sometimes he just chose to move on.
So there wasn't like a one-size-fits-all approach?
No, but one thing that's consistent is his willingness to address the issues head-on.
Okay, so he didn't shy away from the criticism.
No, he engaged with it even when it was uncomfortable.
And that transparency, I think, is crucial.
It shows a level of accountability that's often missing in the online world.
Right. It's easy to hide behind a screen and ignore the consequences of your actions.
Yeah, but he didn't do that. He owned his mistakes, and he learned from them.
And I think that's a valuable lesson for all of us.
Absolutely. We all make mistakes, but it's how we handle them that defines us.
And it's important to note that these controversies didn't derail his career.
No, they didn't. He's still one of the most popular and influential creators on YouTube.
And that speaks to the strength of his connection with his audience.
Exactly. They forgave him. They supported him. They continued to watch his content.
Because they saw him as a human being, not just a persona.
Right. They saw his flaws, they saw his growth, and they connected with him on a deeper level.
And that's something truly special.
It's a testament to the power of authenticity and the enduring appeal of someone who's not afraid to be themselves.
Now let's shift gears for a moment and talk about something truly inspiring.
Okay, I like where this is going.
PewDiePie's philanthropy.
Yes.
He's used his platform to raise millions of dollars for various charities.
Millions.
Demonstrating the incredible power of online influence to drive positive change.
It's remarkable how he's mobilized his bro army to support causes he believes in.
Yeah, from fighting hunger and poverty to protecting the environment.
He's not just talking the talk, he's walking the walk.
His fundraising efforts for the Save the Children Foundation were particularly impressive.
Over $1.3 million raised.
That's incredible. And his involvement in the Team Trees campaign helped plant millions of trees worldwide.
A tangible, real-world impact.
These actions speak volumes about his character and his desire to make a difference.
Absolutely. He's using his fame for more than just personal gain.
He's amplifying important causes and inspiring others to give back.
It's a powerful message, especially for his younger fans.
Yeah, he's showing them that success and influence can be used for good.
It's a reminder that we all have the power to make a difference, no matter how big or small our platform may be.
And that's a message worth spreading.
Absolutely. So it's been quite a journey unpacking the world of PewDiePie.
Oh yeah, it has.
We've explored his rise from a college dropout, making those quirky gaming videos in his bedroom, to a global phenomenon who's really reshaping the very definition of online stardom.
It's been wild.
And he's done it all while maintaining this undeniable connection with his audience.
Right. Even as that audience has grown to like an astounding 111 million subscribers.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
I think that connection, that sense of community, it's really at the heart of his success.
I agree.
He didn't just create content. He fostered a shared experience, a sense of belonging.
Yeah.
That really transcends geographical boundaries and cultural differences.
He really created like a global community.
He did.
It's like he tapped into the universal language of humor, of shared passions, and of that human desire to connect with others who get you.
It's true, and he did it at a time when the internet was still relatively young.
Yeah.
Helping to shape the very landscape of online content creation.
He was a pioneer.
He was a pioneer.
Of the Let's Play genre, a master of meme culture, and a trailblazer in building a loyal and engaged online community.
But his journey wasn't without its stumbles.
Right. The controversies, the missteps.
They're an integral part of his story, too.
They are.
They highlight the complexities of navigating a digital world.
Yeah.
Where the rules are constantly changing.
Right, yeah.
And the line between humor and offense can be blurry.
Oh, totally. And they also remind us that even someone with PewDiePie's level of influence is still human.
Right.
Capable of making mistakes and learning from them.
His responses to these controversies were varied. You know, sometimes he apologized, sometimes he defended his actions, and sometimes he simply chose to move on.
Yeah, so there wasn't just like one way he responded.
No. But regardless of the approach, he always addressed the issues directly, acknowledging the impact of his words and actions.
And that transparency, that accountability is so crucial in an online world where it's so easy to hide behind anonymity or deflect blame.
Oh yeah, it's much easier to just like ignore it and hope it goes away.
Right, but he didn't do that.
He didn't.
And it's also a reminder that we're all on a journey of growth and evolution, and that mistakes are inevitable.
Especially in a space as dynamic and fast-paced as the internet.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And amidst all the talk of controversies and online fame, I think it's so crucial to highlight PewDiePie's incredible contributions to philanthropy.
Oh, yes.
He's raised millions of dollars for various charities, demonstrating the power of online platforms to mobilize people for good.
It's really remarkable.
His dedication to causes like fighting poverty, supporting children's rights, and protecting the environment, it's truly commendable.
He's not just talking the talk, he's walking the walk.
He is using his influence to make a real difference in the world.
And it sends such a powerful message, especially for his younger fans, showing them that success and fame can be used to amplify important causes and inspire a positive change.
It's a testament to the potential of online communities to come together and make a tangible impact.
Absolutely.
As we reflect on PewDiePie's journey, I think it's important to acknowledge that he's still evolving still finding his way.
Right. His recent move to Japan,
Yeah.
his shift towards content that brings him personal joy, and his continued commitment to philanthropy all kind of suggests like a new chapter, a deeper understanding of what truly matters.
Totally. He's no longer chasing metrics or titles.
No, he's prioritizing personal fulfillment and creative freedom.
It's a good lesson.
It's a lesson we can all learn from, regardless of our profession or aspirations.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, we're left with a sense of awe at PewDiePie's impact on online culture. Respect for his willingness to learn and grow.
Yeah.
And an admiration for his dedication to using his platform for good.
He's a complex figure.
He is.
Full of contradictions and complexities.
Right.
But that's what makes his story so compelling.
He does.
He's a mirror reflecting the triumphs and challenges of navigating the digital age, reminding us that even amidst the chaos and noise, we have the power to create, connect, and make a positive difference in the world.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of PewDiePie.
It's been fun.
We hope you've gained some insights, sparked some thought-provoking conversations, and maybe even discovered a new level of appreciation for the ever-evolving landscape of online entertainment.
And as you continue your own explorations online, remember to stay curious, stay engaged, and stay true to yourself.
Until next time, keep diving deep.